Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 75 of Trains At, and today we're at Charlton on the North Kent line and the Greenwich line, or whatever it's called. It's either the Greenwich Loop or the Greenwich line. So we're here at North Kent line, Greenwich line, where services will be provided by Southeastern only. Okay, now the vloggy bit will start. You know, my couple seconds of vloggy bit. Where I talk about my journey up, if there was any anomalies with it, and there was a big anomaly with my journey up today. Oh yes, there was. I did not come in on 2 Alpha 46. I came in on 2 Bravo 75. 2 Alpha 46 is a service from Dartford to London Cannon Street. The reason for that is because basically there was a points failure at Lewisham, which meant everything was going via the Sidcup loop. Gillingham services had taken that up. People who decided these things had taken. Oh, help! Everything's happening. Okay, resuming shortly. Arriving in now is 4651 today. That's 465168 and 465048. There's 465046. So, the one in platform 2 is Gillingham 46 to 1534, Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham. The train in platform 1 is 465046 and something else on the rear, with 2 Bravo 77 to 1535, Southeastern service from Slade Green to London Cannon Street. So, basically there's a points failure at Lewisham, and that means up services are running non-stop via the Sidcup loop line to London Bridge, because that's the way the points are set. Trains running the other way are fine. But a bit late, because it's already leaving. And the Slade Green service is now departing. We get to see the utter majesty that is winter sunsets and trains leaving Charlton, because it does look nice here. Something else on in the middle, and 465 and 466069 or 019 even. Sparkage, yes please, I'll thank you, have some more. And arriving in now is 465018. I haven't even finished setting up yet. And 465011 on 2 Oscar 51 to 1536, Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to London Cannon Street by Crayford. So, now that the hectic bit should be over soon, we will see what will show up here at Charlton, which is a beautiful looking station. I love it. These little Southeastern stations on the outskirts of London, they're lovely, they really are. Also, this is the whatever the word for third to last is, episode of the North Kent Line series. And I know what I'll be moving on to after that, but that won't be for a little while. After I finish this, I'll probably start it in spring of next year. Which will be the Chatham Mainline series, and I won't cover the Ramsgate branch or the Dover branch. I'll just do the trunk route from Faversham to London. which is what most consider to be the Chatham Main Line. Anyway, that's now off. And I will get my camera, turn that on, and we will see what will show up here at Charlton on the North Kent line. And arriving in now is 2 India 43, the 1545 Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to London Cannon Street. This will be calling at Westcombe Park, Maze Hill, Greenwich, Deptford and London Cannon Street. On the front is 465159. And it's now departing, after its next stop of Westcombe Park. And on the rear is 43183, sparking away. I do believe the technical term for that is brilliantly, or quite astonishingly well. It's one of the two, I don't know. And now arriving in is 2 Echo 09, the 1546 Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to Dartford. Get his polling points later. Front is 465903, and on the rear, saying hello to me yet again, is 465180. And we'll catch that when it departs. Its calling points will be... let's see if I can remember them. Will be Woolwich Dockyard, Woolwich Arsenal, Plumstead, Abbey Wood, Belvedere, Erith, Slade Green, and Dartford. And also arriving in is 2 Alpha 48, the 1547 Southeastern service from Gillingham to London Charing Cross. It appears that it's cleared itself up now. On the front is 465172, and we'll get it when it departs. The Dartford train is now leaving. And the Gillingham train is now leaving. This will be calling at Blackheath, Lewisham, London Bridge, London Waterloo East, and London Charing Cross. Not in the middle, but it's 465032 on the back. Doesn't quite spark as well there, but, you know, a spark's a spark. And now arriving in is 2 Bravo 79, the 1555 Southeastern service from Dartford to London Cannon Street via Greenwich. So this will be calling at the usual Greenwich stops. And also arriving in is 45192. And 465237. On 2 Echo 11, the 1556 Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to Barnhurst. The 376 is 376021 on the front and something else on the rear. I wonder if 376s spark like those things, or 376s spark like networkers. those things are 376s. With the tone as well. On the front cab, just probably passing some network rail stuff. And a spark as well. 376s can spark. Yes. Okay, anyway, we will see us next year at Charlton. And now arriving in is 465238. And also arriving into something else. That 465 being 465020 and 465191. Right, so 465238 is working 2 Bravo 81, the 1605 Southeastern service from Slade Green to London Cannon Street by Greenwich. And the others are working 2 Lima 48, 1604 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham. 465238 is now departing. And 465044. Wow, spark. And I don't know if that was a one tone or a two tone. It sounded like a two tone, so I'm going to say that. And there's like 3 planes in the sky at once. It's amazing. But yeah, well, more tones. It's like tone central already. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 tones. We've had tones, okay. Tones, yeah. Anyway, we will see what's next here at Charlton as I get distracted by tones and planes. And now arriving is a thing. This is 465174. And 465156. With, thing, yes, a thing, with, shit, that's the time, with, 2 Lima 40, no, 2 Indigo 45, no, 2 Oscar 53, the 1606 Southeastern service from Cannon Street to Cannon Street by Crayford. There we go, got it in the end. And it's now departing after its next stop of Woolwich Dockyard. Oh, noise. And noise. So what I'm thinking of for the Chatham Mainline series is Ramsgate, no, not Ramsgate, Faversham to Bromley South will just be normal because there's no branches. So all of the stops between Ramsgate and Bromley South, not Ramsgate, Dover, no, those are the 2 branches I'm not doing on the Chatham Main Line. Faversham to Bromley South will just be normal, just be like a string of trains that's along that section. Then I'll do Shortlands, and then do stations up to... So basically, Faversham to Brixton via Herne Hill. That will be part 1 of the Chatham Mainline series. And part 2 of the Chatham Mainline series will be Shortlands... Or no, will be a revisit to Bromley South, skipping Shortlands, and then going along the Catford Loop. And then, obviously, London Victoria. So, what do you think of that? Do things with comments that you do. And, yeah, we'll see what's next year at Charlton. And now arriving in is 2 Indigo 45 to 1615, Southeastern service from Cannon Street via Greenwich. And this will be calling at Westcombe Park, Maze Hill, Greenwich, Deptford, and London Cannon Street. We'll catch that on its departure. 465019 is on the front if I didn't get that. With 465026 on the rear. And now arriving in is 2 Echo 13, the 1616 Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to Dartford. It's formed to 465016. We won't get it as it departs because it's literally going to pull right to the end. But we will see what's next here at Charlton. And now arriving in is the slightly delayed 2 Alpha 50, the 1617 Southeastern service from Gillingham to London Charing Cross, calling at Blackheath, Lewisham, London Bridge, London Waterloo East, and London Charing Cross. It is formed of 465050. I'm going to say. Yeah, a 465050 and something else on the rear. And it's now departing. And on the rear is 465001 is 465177. And we will see what's next here at Charlton on the North Kent line. And arriving in now is some 465. No idea. That's 465004 and 465179. With 2 Echo 15, the 1627 Southeastern service from London Cannon Street to Barnhurst. And also arriving in there is the Dartford service. We'll get that. I'll get that in a moment. On the front is a 465 that I really need. 465001. I'll get us on the rear as she departs. This is running to Bravo 83, the 1625 Southeastern service from Dartford to London Cannon Street, calling at Westcombe Park, Maze Hill, Greenwich, Deptford and London Cannon Street. You get us on the rear as she what's happening. I think this is why it's delayed. Some fault with the doors, I'd assume. Not delayed by all that much. But not one I'm particularly angry with. Well, you know, I can't really be angry with seeing a train, it's a train. But, you know, not one I'm particularly against. 180 that we saw this morning. Yeah, so we will see what's next here at Charlton. Is 465024 and 465909 with 2 Lima 50, the 1634 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham, and also 2 Bravo 85, the 1635 Southeastern service from Slade Green to Cannon Street. And we will catch them as they depart. And is now departing, after its next stop of Westcombe Park. That's 465240 and 466013 on the back. As that adds off towards its next stop off Westcombe Park, we will see what's next here at Charlton. And now arriving in is 2 Oscar 95, the 1637 service from Cannon Street. What's on the front, the 45159 is on the back, which means we've seen the set already today. And we'll see what's next here at Charlton on the North Kent line. And that's now off to its next stop of Woolwich Dockyard. Right, we are due a freight train. I think. We are due a freight train, I think. We've definitely got 2 empty stock moves, for anyone that's interested. But apart from that, not much. So we'll see what's next here at Charlton on the North Kent line. Yep, it's coming. It's a 66. I can hear it and see it. Now. That was 66108 on an unknown head code service from Hither Green down in reception to Angaston Wharf. And we will see us next year at Charlton. Now arriving in is a 376. That's 376035 and 376011. And now departing, they snuck up on me, is 465163. Midland Rear 465916 and 466012 and 376 is now off to their next. Yeah, it's there. Everything's leaving me. Okay, I'm alone now. Bye. Right, so I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to film until the 1657. That'll be the last train I film, and then I'm going to try and get on the 1704 to Gillingham. Just want to cut it a bit short, because I'm not actually having all that much fun here, to be honest. Maybe a little later on, like in the spring or summer, I'll come back here. Because I feel it has potential to be good. I'm just not having that much fun here in winter, because it's cold. And it's also dark. But if I come back when it's less dark, I think I'll have a bit more fun here. So, we'll see what our final few trains will be here at Charlton. Right, so I put the camera in because it doesn't function very well in low light. And arriving in now is 2 Alpha 52, the 1651 Southeastern service from Gillingham to London Charing Cross. Actually, I won't film the 1657, just to give me extra time to cross over and pack up and stuff. So we will get what it's from as it departs, because I don't function in low light that well either, so yeah. And they're now departing, off to their next stop of Blackheath. Okay, so there are 4 numbers I need to get. The last 2 numbers of the Gillingham service were 465151 and 466030. They are 465 something and 040. With 2 Echo 19, the 1652 Southeastern service to Dartford from London Charing Cross, to Dartford from London Cannon Street. So, that has been it from me here at Woolwich Dockyard. If you've liked what you've seen, please do leave a like and subscribe. My next episode of Trains at episode 76 will be trains at Orpington on the Southeastern Main Line. Goodbye.